Talofa lava. I'm here today with Julie Turner, and Julie, along with her husband, are working in the region of Samoa for the Salvation Army, overseeing the work of the Army there. And talking with Julie today because Julie and her work has become aware of a need in her community, and we as women's ministries in our territory have responded to that need through a project that we call Precious Packages. And so we wanted to just find out a little bit more about that. So hi Julie, talofa, nice to have you here. And can you tell us, please, a little bit about this project and how it came to be?
Sure. So at the beginning of the year, one of our core families here at Apia Core had their third child very, very prematurely, and the baby was looked after at the hospital here. And just through the 3-month period that the baby was in hospital, we just kind of became aware of a lot of the difficulties, I guess, that that family, but also other families in that ward were facing. So obviously we're a small country here, just a developing nation, and so some of the higher powered technology and things like that that are available in New Zealand are not available here. So we could see that there were, while the nurses and doctors are very dedicated, that it is a difficult journey for many of these babies and their families, but also just from a financial perspective. So when a premature baby is in hospital, mum stays in the hospital with the baby for the entire time that the baby is in hospital, and often that means that dad or whoever's at home can't go to their paid work because they're now looking after other small children or getting children off to school, things like that. So the income can be reduced. And then also the expenses are greater. So the premature size nappies, the specialised formula, some of the equipment to support breastfeeding can be available here, but it can be a lot more expensive than it is in New Zealand. So we just were aware of all these financial pressures, and obviously that puts emotional pressure on families at a time when things are already quite emotional. And so our family, from our core, we were obviously able to support them, but just becoming aware of all the families that were in the ward at that time, we obviously did what we could to support, but not necessarily having the resources to provide more of a comprehensive care package for them. So that's where this idea sparked off.
Yeah, I mean, having a baby in hospital, having a new baby is stressful. Having a baby that's in hospital is very stressful. And then when you add, like you say, not having your income coming in, mum being stuck in hospital, that just adds such extra pressure at already what is a very challenging time. And so it's fantastic that the Army can help out with some practical things. And you mentioned things like the tiny little nappies our preemies need, and the formula, which is not provided by the hospital. The families, that's on the family. Are there other things that the families are needing, specific items that we're trying to provide?
We'd like to provide some bottled water, filtered water. So here in Samoa, we can't drink the water straight out of the tap, so we need to drink filtered water, and obviously that's an extra expense for people. When there's sick babies who aren't necessarily premature but have needed to be admitted to hospital to the paediatric ward, the mums need to stay with them, but there's no mattresses or anything like that for the mums to sleep on. So we'd like to provide a sleeping mat or a little mattress, just our foam sort of camping mattress style, for the mums that are having to stay in that paediatric ward. And the other thing that we thought is just a little care package really for the mums, so some toiletries, just some basic items that they might or might not have at home, but just to make their stay in hospital a little better and to just help them feel cared for. And a basic food parcel for when they're leaving the hospital to just support them in the transition back home. So those are the basic items.
I love that. It's very practical. It's the basic things that you need, but like you say, with that little care package, to just give the emotional support as well to mums who are going through what's a pretty tough time when you've got a little one in hospital. So are there any other needs that the project will support as well?
Yes, there could be things like transportation for family members. So that was something that was a really big issue for our poor family that were in this situation, getting to and from the hospital every day to bring fresh clothes for mum and to wash the baby's clothes and all of those kind of things, taking other children backwards and forwards. Really just breastfeeding support, so there's no breast pumps, things like that provided by the hospital, even some basic breastfeeding information. So we're hoping to be able to provide that.
And we're so happy to be supporting that and getting behind these things, which for me, being in hospital with our kids, you just kind of take it for granted that that's a given, but it's not like that for everybody. So most importantly now, we need to know how this little baby is doing. You said it was at the beginning of the year. How old is she now and how are the family?
So she was actually born on the 28th of December last year.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I guess that's about 8 months old, something like that, 7 or 8 months old. And she's doing well. She's put on weight, and she's, with premature babies, obviously they just take that little bit longer to reach their milestones. But we can really see progression there, and she's certainly physically healthy and strong, and the family are doing well again. Dad can be back to work, and all of those normal activities can happen. So we're just really excited to see her progress and to continue to support her.
And I believe she's got a good name, this little baby.
Yes, I'm so blessed. She's named after me, so this is baby Julie. And we were very blessed also that Commissioner Julie Campbell was able to be here at the time that she was being dedicated, so she was dedicated by a Julie as well.
So good name. Well, I just want to finish by saying a big thank you to everyone out there connected with our women's ministries who has been supporting this project. I know you've had some reports, Julie, and we're hearing of events around the country where people are really supporting it, getting behind it, raising some money. And I know that there's quite a few events planned for the next little bit as well. So thank you to everybody who is doing this. This is a way you can make a real practical difference in people's lives in hard times that they're going through. If you want to know more about the project, you can find more information on our website, and you can also just send me a message through Facebook, or you can send me an email. So finally, just a thank you to you, Julie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the story and telling us about what you're up to. And I want to say God bless you and the work that you're doing, and God bless little Julie as well. I hope she's doing well. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Ka kite.